Yo, 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 how's it going, everyone? Welcome to episode 22 of Sir Brant and some reception that's happening at his residence. The last time we, were shown the ropes of how to be a judge, and then we're like, hey, you know what, let's throw a dope-ass party at our home for all these nobles. And one of them is going to awkwardly hit on my sister, but I'm not going to do anything about it because I gotta be a noble and not a good person. Essentially that's what's happening. We are in the middle of the reception right now, and I think we're just kind of chatting about random stuff, I believe. I can't really remember.
Just news about the capital, and that's it.
Yeah.
Just the stuff that happened previously in the game.
Pretty much,
so that's it.
Yeah. This was the last page we left off on, so I'm going to turn the page. And am I reading or are you reading?
It was me.
Then keep reading. Brent, take us away.
The guests agree that the nobles of the province have some tough times ahead of them, but worthy families like the Brants give them hope. Oh, symphony. Relationship. Okay. Excellent, brother. You have shown yourself and our family in a favorable light. Moreover, you have managed not to distress our guests with alarming news. The night was a success.
And then you run up to all the guests and you're like, wait a minute, I have alarming news. We don't have a fire alarm and there's a fire. Oh, man. Our reputation is up by 1. We have a modest position. That's pretty good. Diplomacy up by
Modest
1.
Mouse?
Dude, I love Modest Mouse. Modest Mouse is such a good band. Like, aside, their music, right?
Aside from Rock Band.
I was gonna say aside from Float On.
Yeah.
They got some really good tunes. They got some jams.
I haven't listened to them other than from Rock Band, but mostly because for whatever reason, I just forget about them. And I don't really listen to music much in the first place. So that's also another reason.
I had like a phase where I was just listening to like Modest Mouse, and it was a good phase, but it was a weird phase. Because their music is like Float On is pretty chill for the most part, but some of their other music gets kind of weird, but also really good. So yeah.
For me, it's mostly Red Hot Chili Peppers, some metal, Joji, NSP.
Matt Watson.
Yeah, that's right. I suddenly forgot the name. The Star Bomb. There you go. I can't remember the name. And then whatever Rock Band stuff and songs that I do remember that I did like, I'll listen to those. And for whatever reason, NHL 2004. The songs from that. Hey, I'm recording. Then take the kitty. And then be quiet. The Brant home has been uneasy for several months now, with father out traveling all over the province for his judicial duties. The animosity between Stefan and Gloria has grown into a full-blown feud. I said that wrong.
You did.
That was a blunder. Full-blown feud. Your elder brother just tries to use his position as heir to keep his sister in check and make her behave in accordance with her estate. Gloria repudiates his authority. Stupid repudiates. Made me say authoritates.
Repudiates my authorities. South Park reference.
Yeah. Their fights rock the house on a daily basis. They're going to the School of Rock.
Hell yeah.
Eventually, after returning from his latest trip, Father gathers Stefan, Gloria, Nathan, and you to his office. His somber looks pretends a difficult conversation. Stefan gazes at his father. That was a weird. What?
At the back of his father.
Back? There is no back in this thing. Gazes at his father defiantly. Gloria is poised to lash out and run away. Nathan quietly keeps to his side. children. For a long time now, our family has been striving to become nobles of the sword. Every noble member of the Broad family will gain a hereditary title. This is your grandfather's dying wish. Gloria sighs loudly.
And they needed an entire page to use that.
That's why I paused and just stared at that like, really?
Yeah. No, it's to emphasize that she sighed loudly. I guess. I don't... Why? Then why am I here, Sir Robert?
She's right.
Damn it. I'm just trying to make
I feel like you're just I was gonna say you're just mocking me.
This is a Brant matter. Wait until I finish, Stefan. I am still the head of this household. If you are truly so concerned about honor, show your father some respect. It can't be helped. Not all of us are noble, but now we must be united. As never before, we must work together to protect the reputation and wealth of the family. But you, Stefan, perpetually humiliate Gloria.
Father, all I'm trying to do is put her in her place. You know perfectly well the consequences of any attention Gloria might attract if our every step is being observed. The nobles will make pariahs of our family for all eternity if they remember Gloria's filthy origins and your reckless marriage to Lydia.
Father turns red in the face, but with considerable effort, he remains composed. That is so.
Like another, like why?
Are they trying to make emphasis on these things, or
I think that's their way of doing it. Is like, oh, if we put only this sentence on here, it's like it emphasizes it, but not really.
Yeah.
Our grandfather did everything in his power to...
Oh, holy crap, I burped.
In his power to remember...
You can do it.
I can't do it. I can't. In his power
to remedy your mistakes. Please, Father, don't repeat them.
Also, can we just take note that this last page... Look at that, there's no other, like, quotation mark there, so I was assuming it was going to continue with him on the next page, but then it didn't, and, man.
That one ends with the extra quotation mark.
This one does, but this one does not. So much for an emphasis on, you know, that statement. It emphasized the grammar mistake of it. Jeez.
Gloria, what is with the one word sentences in... Man, this guy's throwing pages, like paper away like it was nothing.
Yeah.
Gloria speaks up.
It's like when you have to, like, instead of getting a word count on things, you just have to get a page count. So you just put one sentence on every page.
I'm just trying to live, Sir Robert, but Stefan wants to lock me in a cage so nobody will ever lay eyes on me.
What? Somewhere in there.
I got a big burn from my burning iron.
You burned yourself with a burning iron?
I was laying down and I rolled over onto my back and I burned my butt with it really bad.
Alright, I'm back.
Yo.
That is not all.
That's not what I said.
That's not it at all.
Exactly. That's not it at all. You are lowerborn. What is with this?
You are lowerborn, but you don't live by your lot. You do whatever it takes your fancy. You're constantly grumbling about the order of things. Did you know, Father, that she defies all prohibitions?
That's right, prohibitions.
Prohibitions.
By continuing to write poetry?
Every time I just see Did You Know, I just imagine Did You Know Gaming or Did You Know Movies, and it's just like, did you know, Father,
you know?
that she defies all prohibition by continuing to write poetry?
As far as you're concerned, anyone who contradicts you is an insurgent. When will you grasp the idea that you may not argue with a nobleman? I am heir of this family, and my word is your law.
Slam. Purple with rage. So he's the purple guy now. Father slams his fist on the table. It is rare to see him so furious. Both your elder and brother and sister instantly fall silent. Frightened, Nathan shrinks into a corner.
He literally shrinks. Like, I don't know.
He's Ant-Man!
He's Batman? What?
No, Ant-Man.
Oh, they said Batman. I was like, he shrinks into a corner. Are you making fun of him having to go to a shrink after his parents got killed? What?
Hold your tongues, both of you. Let Brent speak. He has witnessed your quarrels. He should know best which one of you is the right one.
Oh, Brent.
So this is what I was talking about.
Yeah, one side or the other.
Absolutes.
All right. Well, before we go with these two ones, let's check this one. Send Gloria to Valona. Our relationship with Gloria had to be better, or manipulation had to be better. Our wealth is okay. You persuade Gloria to go on a trip somewhere far away from Stefan. This will help them bury the hatchet. Oh, I don't think I'd want to do that one anyways. Or appeal to Nathan. Our theology had to be up a lot. Our unity would go up, theology would go up. Gloria and Stefan would both not like us. I feel like Nathan is like that third option. Like almost like the neutral option we're thinking of, but he's not neutral, he's just the religion side of things.
I'm thinking it's like you either have the noble, which is Stefan, the commoner Gloria, or the priest-ish, the religion-based side, Nathan. So you pick one of those three, and they all like have negatives or positives according to that.
I could see that, definitely. I don't know if there's ever a true way to be by yourself in this, unless you get it so your family hates you. But from what I've heard, family is actually a really big, important thing to this game. So I feel like you just get a bad ending if you tried to do everything by yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we can look at our options we can do. We can side with Stefan. Our unity as a family will go down by 1, and Gloria will go down by 1. I love how siding with Stefan doesn't bring actually any positives to it, right? Like, we don't. Stefan doesn't even go up by 1. It's literally just to get Gloria and the family unity down. But look at that. If we defend Gloria, our reputation goes down, and Stefan Brant goes down.
Which those stats are the highest ones, so I don't mind losing a point.
That's the thing, right? Like, I don't want to go negative with Gloria, and like unity as a family, I kind of would prefer to have over our reputation. And if Stefan Brant goes down by 1, like whatever, he's at a 3 already, right? Like, eh.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna go defend Gloria.
Yeah.
All right, we're doing it. We're locking it in. All right. A rock in a hard place. You turn to Stefan abruptly and point your finger at him. It's no wonder Gloria fights back so fiercely. Stefan torments and chastises her incessantly. I thought it said ancestrally, and I was like, oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no. If your elder brother stops smothering every impulse Gloria has, she won't resist so viciously. You're a family, after all, not a pack of wild animals where the strong dominate the weak. So is this supposed to be him saying this stuff, or just thinking this? Like, it's weird that you'd say, like, you turn to Stefan abruptly and point your finger, and then you think all of these things.
Yeah, that's pretty much how it comes across.
Yeah, is this kind of what you're talking about, like, kind of being in the first person, but also the third person? A little bit. Yeah, it's a little strange.
Are you blaming me for her escapades, Brent? Me, who selflessly labors to preserve our family name? This is outrageous. Father, will you really heed to his advice?
Purple with rage, Stefan clenches his fists. Father rises from his seat, eyeing his eldest son gloomily.
Brent is right. Stefan, you have overstepped your bounds. I took Gloria into my house, so you, my son, must respect her and be considerate of her. Your origins do not give you the right to put such pressure on your sister.
Stefan rushes out of the office and slams the door behind him. Gloria cannot conceal her joy upon hearing you and Father chastise Stefan. The little tyrant! That'll teach him that what goes around comes around. Just like a train which isn't even invented yet. Haha! I hope he leaves me be from now on.
Quiet, wench.
Shut up! Soon rumors start circulating in Anazate High Society suggesting that you are orchestrating a plot against Stefan, the legitimate heir of the family. Yeah.
Stupid absolutes. It's like, no, now you're with the commoners now. How the fuck does that matter?
Yeah.
To the commoners' struggle right now, and how does it get out at all? Seeing as the only other person that knew about it is Stefan.
And that's the thing, is like, because it says soon rumors start circulating in Azot High Society. Stefan's the one starting the rumors. He's literally screwing his own family over. Oh, dude, he's such a little shit. I don't like him. It is not hard to guess who started those rumors. God, could you imagine if I narrated this entire thing in the high-pitched voice? Now the entire city knows that there's trouble at the Brown household. God, I don't think anyone would have watched past episode 1. Okay, our reputation went down, thanks, Stefan. Jeez, man. Why would you do that? You're only hurting yourself with that. Oy. The land to dispute. It is the morning of a very sultry day, and you are back at the office. You are beginning to get used to the duties of your new profession. Father visits you on the job now and then to see your progress and provide advice, but by now he is confident you can handle the work on your own. Today is your first case, assigned by the prefect himself. From the comfort of your chair, you go through the facts and circumstances of the case. The matter seems simple at first. Seeking some desperately needed financial gain, a noble from the less than wealthy El Avila family rented out a sizable portion of his estate to a well-off commoner by the name of Basil Young. I'm assuming that's Young and not Jung. All the rent payments are in order, and there is plenty of time left before the lease is set to expire. But the commoner built a large dye works on the estate, and then El Avila suddenly filed a case with the prefecture to evict him. I feel like I'm going to have to start actually paying attention to the sentences I say, because it seems like this is our first case. Oh, okay. Brent, do you see all the information you need to remember?
It's a land dispute.
It's a land.
So it is, yes. It's going to be between the person renting out and the person who owns it.
Yeah.
Which, that's the same person. The person who's renting it and the person who owns it. There you go.
Yeah, there you go. The rental agreement specifically states that the commoner Young has the right to construct any building on the land. The noble landowner, however, thinks he has the final say on any construction since the land belongs to him. Basil Young, on the other hand, has refused to vacate the rented land since the term of the agreement has not expired. Both parties are to appear at the prefecture to hear your decision. The litigant, Sir El Avila, enters first. He is an aging noble who dresses far too colorfully for his years. He walks into your office with confidence and sits in front of you. The next man to enter is Basil Young, a heavy-set man with a thick beard, clothed in an old jacket and clutching a hat. He stands by your desk and bows to you. Sir El Avila does not hesitate to speak first. Brent, which one do you want to be? Because I assume there's 2 new characters here.
I will be this guy then.
Cool.
Yeah. All right. Your Honor, I demand that you drive the commoner Young from my land. His dye works is a noisy, nasty, ugly building, and I refuse to have it on my property. My family already had to endure their warehouses by their filthy workers right by their own estate. But this is simply beyond the pale. Either the court says the dye works must be demolished, or I, Gustave El Avila, will do it myself.
You ask Sir El Avila to compose himself and tell the commoner to give his statement. Basil Young gives his account, speaking in a deep, gruff bass.
Your Honor, it cost me all my money to build the dye works. The contract says it's clear. I got the right to build anything on the land during my rental period, and Sir Avila didn't say a word at first, but now he up and demands me to demolish it. My family will be ruined. That's not gonna happen, I say, in a deep brass voice.
Yeah, I tried to read mine as fast as I could and be a little bit deep. I'm gonna regret it later because I can do that for a little while, but after a while, I will have many mistakes, and then we'll stop and then go back.
Oh man, it's like when you're doing your job and then you decide to work fast, but you don't fully know the job, so you just end up making more mistakes than yeah, I've done that. When I first started out being a barista, that's what I did. I was like, I gotta go fast, I gotta be like Sonic the Hedgehog except barista version. and it didn't work very well. Sir El Avila screams at him in return, outraged by what he calls his cunning trickery. The bearded Basil Young disagrees again and again, his pudgy finger pointing at the clause in the agreement. It is noon already. The sun is so hot. It's such a sexy sun. Even the air itself seems to melt away. This is your first case ever.
This is a week
time
ago.
to deliver your verdict. Wait, what?
This is like a week ago.
Yeah. Yep.
When it was like 40 degrees.
I know, right? God. Man. Oh, that heat sucked. We got like a giant heat storm in Vancouver, and it was not fun. Not fun time.
How do people in Phoenix and
Arizona and stuff? I don't know, man.
And wherever in Australia.
Yeah, I don't get it. I can go past like 25 at the most. Anything more than that, and I die a little bit. All right, Brent, we got 4 options this time. We're good enough to have all 4 options. We can protect Young's rights. The wealth of Magra will go up by 1. The order will go down by 1. Career will go down by 1, but the justice will go up by 1. You confirm that Basil Young had the right to construct the dye works on the rented land.
I think it's funny that your career and how justice works are complete opposites.
I was gonna note that too, right? It's like, oh, the justice is clearly for the commoners, but your career will go down because everyone is already biased and will always in favor the nobles. So your career goes down because you favor the commoners. It's like everyone takes this super personally.
Yeah.
It's like, oh man, that one time when he was like, oh, he sided with the commoner, man, that means he always serves commoners. Like, yeah.
And you can tell this, even with this, the wording of these decisions, protect John's rights, or Young's rights, or comply with the demands. It's not like protect the rights of Jung and protect the rights of Avila. It's completely like one is bad and the other is good, and it is definite.
Yeah, exactly. It's strange how I don't know, man. It's interesting. We can comply with El Avila's demands. You terminate the rental agreement between the noble El Avila and the commoner Young. Wealth of Magra goes down. Order goes up. Career goes up. Justice goes down. We could terminate the rental agreement. Our willpower just had to be more than 0, and our diplomacy had to be 12. So this is something that we might have actually not been able to do. What is it? You propose a law that would grant noble landowners the right to terminate their rental agreements in court at any time? Oh,
that's bullshit.
That's utter bullshit, dude. Holy crap. The wealth of Magra goes down, the order goes up, career goes up, justice goes down, our reputation goes up, and our willpower goes down by 5. Oh my god, that's brutal. That is brutal. Or we could ask Young for a bribe. Our manipulation had to be 10. You speak with the commoner in private and imply that some generosity might change your opinion about the case. Wealth of Magra goes up, order goes down, career goes down, justice I love how justice goes up for a bribe. And I love how the bribe is big enough that it actually increases our wealth as well. And our manipulation goes up as well. Oh my god. Holy. There's a lot of options here. There's a lot of moral dilemmas.
These 2 options are the exact same as the top 2, just with an added bonus.
Yeah. We That's the thing. Whenever I see any of these ones that are like unlocked, I'm like, ooh, we should do one of those. But some of those are just brutal. I really don't like this terminate the rental agreement. I mean,
it's the exact same thing as comply with Villa's demands.
It pretty much is, yeah. But you're going a step further by making this so that this doesn't happen again by complying or by making this landowner's right to terminate at any time their rental agreement. So
I would
it's
never
like
pick that one.
Yeah, so it's like it's going with his demands, but then it's also going one step further. And it's like, hey, you know what? We're going to screw over this guy, but I'm going to do you one more. We're going to make it so we can screw him anytime. Like, it's just, wow, that's really brutal. Or we could ask Young for a bribe. Our wealth, yeah, I don't know, man. I like our wealth and manipulation going up. I kind of like that.
Yeah.
And then he still, I guess, gets his way, but then, you know, our career goes down. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Out of the decisions that we have, I would go for ask Young for a bribe, because it still is like I only did it because I was bribed to do it, rather than I will outright help the rights of the commoner.
That's very true.
You can spin it.
Yes. Although I don't know if we would mention that. Like,
no.
Yeah.
But it would keep other commoners from actually like expecting it. Really.
That's very true. That is very true. That's very true. And I think we could make our career up a little bit. Like, yeah, I don't. I'm also kind of wanting to go for this one too. For asking Young for a bribe. As bad as that sounds, I don't want to terminate the rental agreement and then impose a new one, or a new law that will, you know, totally screw them over forever. I don't want to just comply with his demands, because we might as well just do this one at that point. And then protect Young's rights, then we're just going to start losing noble stuff. Right? So, and especially because now there's some family drama that stupid Stefan caused, like... Yeah. Okay, Brent, should we go in? Ask Young for a bribe?
Yes.
Alright, we're doing it. We're doing it, man.
You ask Sir El Avila to wait in the hall, annoyed at your words. The nobleman demands to be present at every stage of the litigation. But, as luck would have it, you are quite adept at persuasion.
More like manipulation, right?
Now alone with Basil Young, you offer him a secret deal. The case is far from out cut and dry, and its facts and circumstances could be swayed in either direction. You are, however, ready to side with the dyer. What the hell's a dyer?
He's a dyer. That's the whole thing.
That's that he
his
built, job.
Yeah, the whole thing is he built this building for like a dye works, right? So like for dyeing clothing, I assume. And the whole thing is that the landowner doesn't want it on there because I don't know, it looks bad or something.
Well,
so so the guy who built the building is the owner of the place, so he's a dyer because he dyes in his dye works.
It's kind of ridiculous. Their fault. The whole decision based on all of this is that the owner goes, "No, I don't like the look of that, so we're going to get rid of it." Yeah. Rather than the fact that, hey, you can't build things on somebody else's land unless you have approval and on how it looks, and it's not even your responsibility to build anything on it. It is actually the owner's responsibility to build it for you so you can rent it. That's how it's supposed to work.
It's not how it works.
That's how the law works. And I guess this world, whatever, it's like, oh, anyone can do anything, and even though I own it, you can build something on it for some stupid reason.
Well, no, it's more okay. So basically, what happened is this guy owns the land, right? Like he's the landowner, and then the Basil Young went to him and says, "Hey, I want to build a dye works on your land. Can I give you this money and then I can do with it?" So they've made that contract saying, yes, this guy can build his dye works or whatever on this land while he's renting it or leasing it or whatever the heck, right? But then he built it, and then the landowner's like, nah, I don't like the looks of it, and it's noisy and stuff, so I'm gonna say that this contract is null because I don't like it. So it's really just the noble dude or the landowner just being like, I want to get out of this situation because I don't like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there was a contract in place in the whole beginning to say that, like, some random person couldn't just technically come along, start building stuff on his land. You would have to go to the landowner and be like, hey, can I take this land or rent this land from you to build this thing? And he was like, yeah, sure. But then in the end, he didn't like it.
Yeah, I still find it ridiculous that.
I mean, yeah, it's pretty stupid. He's like, no, I don't like it. I don't like the look of it. It's kind of an eyesore. I want you to take it down.
This case is far from cut and dry. It is cut and dry. The freaking owner is a dumbass.
Yeah, exactly, right? 100%.
And you are, however, ready to side with the dyer and protect his agreement. But you expect your efforts will be well compensated.
Oh, yeah, they will.
Young is vexed at first. He groans as he looks you over, adding up all the expenses. But soon Young's gruff bass reaches your ears. He agrees.
I agree! I never thought the law would protect me here in the first place. Guess there's no other way for me. I gotta accept this expense to avoid utter ruin.
You ask El Avila to come back in and deliver your verdict, as the rental agreement clearly states that Basil Young and the right to use the aforementioned land belonging to the El Avila family until the year 1150, and construct any buildings on the aforementioned lands. Basil Young's use of the land is not in violation of the agreement, and therefore he must not be evicted, and the dye works will remain. Any attempt to drive off or demolish the building will constitute a breach of law. So why don't they just come to an agreement saying, all right, beautify your damn building by making it look nice instead? That's a freaking cheaper solution to all this, and it ends up being like putting up walls with, foliage all around it. That makes the sound go down so it doesn't sound shitty. It doesn't look bad because it's all pretty now, and there's a solution to this that is not what they have here.
The solution is that one of them needs money, and the noble guy is the one with the money, and he's not gonna do it. Like the guy who built the dye works and everything. I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna assume that he's poor and like he used all of his money to make this thing, and he doesn't have the ability, like maybe has the ability eventually to beautify it, but not the money right now to beautify it, I guess.
But he had enough to bribe you.
But he had enough to bribe me. So I mean, we're kind of understanding the economy of this, I guess. If you really want pretty things, it's really going to cost you an arm and a leg. But if you want to bribe someone, it's okay. Throw hundreds of thousands at them. It's okay.
It's an expense.
Exactly, right?
How dare you? This is my own land, and I can do whatever I want with it. It is my right. I can rent it out, and I can take it back just the same. And you puny little papers mean nothing to me. If you refuse to resolve this peacefully, Your Honor, why, I'll just put the damn dye works to the torch.
Okay, Karen.
Now you just told a judge official what your intentions to do with the building, so if it does happen, you would be executed. Or should be. Or in jail.
That might be the next thing, is that he does it, and then we have to either let him go because he's a noble and we don't want to harm our reputation anymore. Or we just let it happen. You know how much of a dick move that would be? We took all this guy's money. And then we don't even put in jail the guy who clearly burnt it down.
Yeah. And it's like, if you did that, the respect from other nobles would go down, wouldn't it? Just because you don't follow through with your saying that what the law should do. It's like you judge this thing to go this way. Now you're backtracking. It's like that doesn't make you a very good judge in any way, because you clearly backtrack in your laws or the decisions.
That's very true.
You have a response to that. If Young's property should come to harm through Alavida's actions, the nobleman will provide recompense for all damages and pay a fine to the emperor. The law of the empire is the emperor's rule. Nobles and commoners alike must obey the law in equal measure. Your words are tactful but unyielding. The nobleman has no chance. His face pale with rage, Sir Elavila spits out a goodbye through clenched teeth and walks away.
That was brave of you, Sir Brett, stopping him like that. Thank you so much. Guess coin means justice nowadays. I get it. We have a deal then. I'll send you a portion of the income for my Direks next year.
Hell yeah, we're being a corrupt judge. Oh my god, I'm so excited. We're breaking the law. We're like the Death Note of this whole thing, right? We're the bad guy, but we're also the good guy, It's good stuff.
I guess he didn't have
names down in the book just to, sue them later.
I guess he's paying us later because he didn't have the money then, but I guess it makes more sense at this point then. Yeah. But at the same time, it's like, oh, okay. But then he doesn't have to. Or, I don't know. The other judges soon learn of your verdict. With your very first case, you have caused quite a stir at the prefecture. Most judges would not have even deigned to hear the commoner's statement, yet you defied noble privilege and enforced a lawful agreement against the nobleman, an ill omen from the other nobles, but a sizable source of profit for your own family.
Yeah, see, this is the thing you were talking about. It's like, oh, you did one thing for the commoners. Yeah,
and it's going to be working in even more absolutes.
Yeah, look at that.
Actually, no, that's how it will run the rest of the game.
Oh, dude, but hold on, though. We can't go below 3. Or else we're in a dangerous position of probably getting fired. Like
career in ruins, yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to say we should probably make some career choices.
The whole point of that is, go to justice. What does it say for 1 and 2?
Lawlessness, downfall, the prefecture.
So, either way, the first decision brings us close to that decision where we'll start compensating it for the next one. So this one, our justice goes up. So the next one, we're going to be worried about the career. So whatever decisions we have, we'll be putting in favor of career.
That's true, which probably means we're going to dick over a commoner or two.
Yeah.
That's very true. Wealth is good. We're at a 6. We're at moderate means. 1 more and we can become affluent. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Our manipulation, look at that. We're canny. Oh yeah.
We need.
We're not clever yet. We're just canny.
I want to be a con artist.
You want to be a con artist? Let's do it, man. Can we be a can artist and we draw like designs on cans?
Drawing Coca-Cola cans all the time.
Exactly right. Oh man.
Wait, we made it. Oh, we didn't. Wait,
we didn't make a decision technically.
Okay, so it is still my turn.
It is still your turn, yeah.
The Archduke and the Overseer, 2 powerful lords, have been struggling for power in Magra for over 2 years now. The Overseer of the province, Gaius Tempest, cannot seem to rein in the obstinate spirit. The Archduke Tarquinius Milcunis. I don't like that Tarquinius. Tarquinius.
Tarquinius.
Tequila Milcuna.
Tequila Milcunas.
Unwilling to accept that he is no longer the overseer of Magra, the Archduke still stubbornly continues to assert his right to rule the province. Most of the Magran gentry who swore and wore allegiance to him generations ago remain local.
Remain local?
Remain loyal to him even now.
Aye, they remain local to him even now.
Gaius Tempest has publicly demanded that the Archduke recognize the Overseer's rule as legit. That's right.
Legit. Oh god. I don't remember who is Gaius Tempest, but I'll take him. I am the voice and the will of Emperor Uther II in the province of Magra. All lands, deeds, and titles notwithstanding, Archduke Milakunis must obey his sovereign's will and heed his decree. I hereby extend to the Archduke an offer of peace. Should the Archduke cease his insubordination, his lands, deeds, and titles shall remain his own.
The Archduke's response to the overseer was openly defiant. But I guess I'm just going to read this, guys, then. Since the days of yore, and the land of Magra has belonged to the Minakunis dynasty, we are part of the empire, and we are emperor loyal servants. However, our dynasty will not stand for such intrusion upon our lawful rights and privileges. Never before has an archduke been stripped down of his right to represent the emperor's rule in his own province. So do not forget, Sir Overseer, that the highest noble families of Magra have sworn fealty to me alone. Neither the Archduke nor the Overseer will relent, but both are too powerful to be readily disposed of. The bad blood between the two Archnians have festered for too long, and the common people will have begun to pay the price for their strife. Oh, that stopped for a second. All of a sudden, all the sound stopped and I couldn't see anything.
Oh, no.
The video, stopped. I don't know. Stripped of the overseer's tax privileges, the Archduke Milakunis has decided to impose his own levy upon the citizens and villagers of Magra. The commoners are now forced to pay taxes twice, first to the overseer and then to the Archduke.
That sucks.
This double burden is too much for common people of Magra to bear. Many have refused the second tax outright as a lawless measure. But the Imperial Legion, led by young Dorius Otten, is ruthless. Eagerly and without mercy, the Legion soldiers collect the Archduke's due in cities and villages alike.
Dang, they're just double taxing them? That sucks.
Yeah.
Oh god, oh jeez. Okay, the wealth of Magra went down, the order went down, but the power went up. The struggle for power went up, meaning that we're at a -1 right now, so there's still a struggle for power. Okay, alright. Cool.
This last year has been an ordeal for your family. The pains taken to be ennobled by the sword, the close attention to the city's aristocracy, and squabbles between Stefan and Gloria. Tonight, your preoccupied father has gathered the entire family around the table in the backyard. The sun is almost set, and there is a soft breeze. But instead of a meal in the open air, you are going to attend a family meeting. In the middle of the table, you will see an open gilded box. It is full of jewels.
Full of the family jewels, and then you see your dad there, and he's clutching his you-know-who region. And he's like, I'm sorry, they asked me for it. I needed to put my jewels on the table.
It makes me think of that song from Lonely Island, Dick in a Box.
Dick in a Box. Oh, man. Dick's dick in a box and jewels on the table. I don't know.
And I don't know if it was that same skit or if there was a movie that had that, but at the end, everyone pulls the blocks out of the way and they're like, and then one guy goes, you guys had that on your belt?
Oh, yeah. I remember that. I can't remember. I've definitely seen that before. I feel like it was part of the music video.
I don't know what it's from. I don't know if it's from a movie or from that music video.
I have no idea.
I have no idea. Tonight, you're gathering around the back.
You already read this. It's just that, Brent, it's the end of the episode, though. I was trying to figure out a way to segue into next time, but sometimes you just can't do it. Sometimes it's just really hard.
I just realized this is the gift for the family, so his dad is taking
oh, God. Box. Family, I got you a gift. Cuts off his balls. Here you go. Here's my jewels. You wanted the riches? Well, here's my jewels.
Here's the family riches.
Yeah, right. Don't spend them all in one place. Anyway.
That's all I did. It created you for.
Yeah, right. Jeez, I don't want any more kids anyway, so whatever. Alright guys, well thank you for watching. If you like this episode, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, do the things you do for everyone else, but do it for us. I mean, why not? Just hit that subscribe button down there. Just do it. It's a big red button down there, just do it. Click it. Click it. Do it, yeah. Brent, you want to help me peer pressure our audience into subscribing to us?
There's buttons there. Just press them all.
Well, don't press them all. There's a dislike button. Don't hit that one. Hit the like button and the subscribe button.